Hey guys, Mr. Riz here. So I'm helping you out on activity 122. So we're going to go back to our catch a turtle game that we have, but this time we're going to add a leaderboard. So our goals with this game is to make sure we can have a custom Python module that contains the leaderboard functions. We're going to try to use a text file to permanently store that leaderboard data. We're going to try to manipulate our strings and list, and also use relational and logical operators to determine the level of the player high score and other conditions needs. So to add a leaderboard, this is what we want to do. In this activity, we're going to enhance the catch a turtle game by adding a leaderboard of the top 5 scorers. To do this, you will learn to transfer strings and manipulate lists and apply Boolean logic. You'll also apply other skills that you've learned so far about variables and relational operators and iteration. So we're going to kind of look back, recall the 4 main parts of the game. Were a random appearance of the turtle object on the screen, the event of the turtle being clicked on, the score updating, and then the timer updating. In order to add a leaderboard to the game, you will need to store the top scores across the multiple sessions. To do this, you will need to permanently save the score data. Storing the data in a list isn't sufficient, as the data in a list is lost once the game ends and the program terminates. Therefore, to permanently save the data, you need to save the information in a text file that the program can access and manipulate. So we can't just use a list here or have a variable for the score, the leaderboard, because that will get erased and go away. We're going to make a separate file that we're going to go ahead and access and manipulate throughout the time. So here's the requirements for the leaderboard. You'll be adding the following functionality to the existing game code. We're going to ask for the player's name before starting the game. Once the time is up, we're going to click to see if the player is eligible for the leaderboard. This includes multiple steps. So we're going to load the current leaderboard data from the text file to a list. We're going to compare the player score up to the scores in the list to see if the player has a score that is greater than or equal to the existing leader scores. And if it is, we'll insert the player's name into the score and the leaderboard's list to the right position. We'll save the data from the leaderboard list to the leaderboard text file, replacing the previous text file content, and we'll display the leaderboard data on the screen. So let's update this catch a turtle code. So the instructions below will guide us through, and I will help you guys through how to add a leaderboard to the existing game. All right, we're going to open up our catch a turtle game, which I have over here. Try to make this a little bit bigger. Maybe split screen this a little bit more. I'll link these together. You don't want to click. Move that over. All right, so I got a game here that's already made, and let's update this. So let's go ahead. I'm going to fork this here so I have a different version of this. I'm going to rename it once I forked it. CSP 1.2.2 part 1. I'm going to put my name here so I can go back and recall this is the one I did. Okay. So let's look at this one. And if you don't have a fully functioning game, let me know. I will send you guys this code. I will link you to the one that already has been made, but hopefully you guys have it. So what we're going to do in the import section of our code is that we're going to import a line to import the leaderboard module. All right, you're going to create a leaderboard module in the next section, but let's just import it right now. So we're going to do import leaderboard as LB. All right, so that's some code that somebody else has already made. It's going to work for us. All right, in the game configuration section, just before initializing the turtle objects, initialize the variable necessary to create a leaderboard. The pseudocode is provided before. So the leaderboard file name, 822 leaderboard text, and we're going to create an empty list. Okay. So you can kind of see what we're going to do here. So before all this stuff, let's add some things. Leaderboard file name equals a222 underscore leaderboard.txt. And we're going to make a leader names list, make it an empty list. Leader name, or leader names list is an empty list, and leader scores list. Oh, you know what? I'm realizing this is probably, you guys can't see this. It is also an empty list. All right, and then we need to ask the player name for the name. So we can say player name equals input. What is your name? So if we run this here, we probably get an error, right? Oh, it says, what is your name? And I can type in. And then the game runs fine. Okay, that's good. Click on this and go through. Okay, now we're going to add the following section of code to make sure it's in the place of the section of events. So if we look at this code here, there's a lot going on. We're going to put this in the event sections of your code. Do we want to put this in the event section? Add the following function to your code. Make sure it's placed before the event. Oh, placed before. Okay. So I'm just going to take all this code here, Control A, Control C for copy. And then I'm going to go over here, like where we define our functions. I'm just going to paste it in. And look, okay, so we got define, manage leaderboard. We get the global leader score list, leader score names, the score, and the spot. Leaderboard name is the file leaderboard name list. And okay, so let's see, let's stop and let's run this to see what happens. Oh, nothing much. It still works the same, so looks to be good. All right, so what are the global variables preceded by? So we got leaderboard list, leaderboard name, leader score. So we're going to get the list, which is empty. We're going to get the name list, which is empty. We're going to get the score, which is what the person gets, and we're also get the spot, the data that we have, we call spot. All right. In the function countdown function, add the following function to call the end segment as if it's shown in red. Okay. So our countdown function right here, we're going to add the following function to call to the end of the if statement. So if it's true, as if it's shown in red. Okay, so if timer left than 0, countdown time is up. We got that timer true. We're going to run the manage underscore leaderboard function. So let's see. Now this will only run to save your code. Okay, we could make the timer equal to 5. You know what? And that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to change it. It is 30. Let's change it to 5. Save some time here. What's my name? Type my name in. And we got 5. And I can click on 4, 3, 2. I'm just going to see what happens here when it gets done. And we get a crash. All right. So here's the problem. We need to create a new text file in the same folder at the game, because there's a problem is we want to, in our function here, use this leaderboard name, right? Leaderboard file name. So we're going to try to access this file, but this file just doesn't exist. So we're going to have to make a file that works and adds to our game. So we have a crash. So if we actually look here, I'm going to full screen this, is we look at our files, we have just the main py. So we need to add another file. And the file we want to add is, and it has to be the exact same thing, so I'm just going to copy this here, add a file, go in. Now make sure it has the .tx because it will know to save it as a .tx. All right, so let's run this here. Oh, let's run the py file. Run it again. What is your name? Justin. And 5, I'm going to start clicking on some things and see what happens here when this gets done. We still get an error. Let's see if we can fix that error too. Alrighty, what is your name, Justin? In line 63. manage leaderboard. So we call the manage leaderboard function, and then line 88, lb.load leaderboard file name. The module leaderboard has no attribute load leaderboard. Okay, so let me pause this video and we're going to find a workaround behind this. Okay, guys, so I noticed a problem here is that the leaderboard module is not set up in Ripple. So what I had to do here is to actually find the leaderboard module itself and create it. So I'm going to provide this to you guys, and so this will be in this will be a separate file here that you guys can download, and then you guys will upload it, just like how we made a leaderboard document. I'll put the code here that you guys can just paste over and do that. So if we run this file now, what happens up? What is your name? I can type my name. I'll type in skip, and it says, okay, I can click on it here. 1, 2, 3. The timer's really short, and it goes up. Congratulations, you made the leaderboard. If I look at the leaderboard, nothing's there, but at least it is running right now. Okay, guys, once you get this done, go ahead and share your Ripple link with me, and I will see you next time.